I got a text from an unknown number. I opened it and felt like I was about to faint. The text said, "See what you made me do. Now how about that date?" Attached to it were two pictures. It was Tom. He had taken selfies with the dead bodies of Alex and Jason, smiling in both of them. We all know the feeling of getting a message on Facebook. It's exhilarating. The suspense and the curiosity about what a total stranger had to say to you, that he took the time to text you. Let me introduce myself. My name is Grace, a 26-year-old business consultant. I was truly successful in my career, making great progress at the company where I was employed. Everyone loved me not just for my quick wit and charming personality, but also for my amazing body. I loved to work out and did so 6 days a week. I was also very careful with my diet and didn't leave anything to chance. You could say that I had it all together. One evening, as I was scrolling through Facebook, I began getting notification after notification. Guys saw that I was online, and they had all decided to message me. I mean, who wouldn't? Anyway, I was filtering through messages, but most of the guys used cheesy pickup lines and looked kind of creepy. But one of them stood out. His name was Tom, and he appeared to be quite attractive. I couldn't believe that I found a decent guy to talk to, and he didn't approach me with a worn-out line. Instead, he just introduced himself and complimented me. It was nice and innocent, and he didn't raise any suspicions. We were both from the same city and started talking about different things. Soon we found out that we had a lot in common, and for the next couple weeks, we talked almost every day. There was clearly a connection. But one day, things took a turn for the worse. Tom saw that I liked the photos of other guys on Facebook, and even commented on some of them. He got really mad and started bombarding me with all kinds of messages. He was acting like a jealous boyfriend, even though all we did was text. We hadn't even seen each other once. He started calling me names and saying that I was cheating on him with those guys. He asked who they were and what business they had with me. Being a laid-back chick and really liking Tom, I found everything funny and cute. Even though we were not together, I took it as a joke and didn't think much about it. But as the days went on, Tom became more and more insistent. He started texting me while I was at work, calling me in the middle of the night to see if I was alone. Text after text, I became more frustrated. One night, around 4 a.m., Tom called me a bunch of times until I woke up. He began screaming and asking me why I didn't respond to his messages. I finally had enough of his behavior and told him to leave me alone. The next thing I did was block him, so he couldn't contact me anymore. The next couple of days were quiet. I didn't get a ton of texts and began to forget about that crazy guy who thought that the two of us were in a relationship, or better yet, a virtual relationship. But that didn't discourage me from talking to other guys on Facebook and liking their photos. Not long after, I found another man named Alex who seemed really nice. We really hit it off and were liking and commenting on each other's photos frequently. Finally, we decided to meet up. We set a date, a time, and decided on the place. We were supposed to meet the next evening at around 8 p.m. at a local Italian restaurant. I was so excited, and Alex was too. When the time came, I got there 10 minutes late, because that's how a lady is supposed to arrive. Anyway, I got there, but didn't see Alex. I thought maybe he hit some traffic. I texted him and got a table. I waited almost 20 minutes, and he didn't show up. I texted him again and again with no response. Then I thought I had been stood up and went home. Later that evening, I got a message from Alex. Finally, but upon opening it, I found out that it wasn't him. It was his sister on his Facebook page. She told me that Alex was found dead in his apartment that evening. He was getting ready to go out on our date, but someone broke into his place and stabbed him several times. The person was caught on camera, but you couldn't make out his face. I was devastated and couldn't believe what was going on. The days passed, and I tried to get over the horrible situation. After a couple of months, I started talking to another guy. He was a lawyer, and we liked all the same things. We decided to go on a date, and he, Jason, said that he'd come over to pick me up around 7 p.m. I was excited again. The time came, and I waited in my living room, but he never arrived. I got angry and tried to call him, but his phone was off. Why would he stand me up? Was it something I said? After changing into my sweats, I turned on the TV and stumbled upon breaking news. A young man had gotten into a car accident when another driver hit him head-on. When the police got to the scene, the other driver was gone. The young man, who was driving correctly, died instantly. I froze. It was Jason, the guy I was supposed to go out with that night. Then I remembered right before this, another man was murdered in his own home. Could this have something to do with me? It was too much of a coincidence. That evening, as I was lying in bed thinking about everything, I got a text from an unknown number. I opened it and felt like I was about to faint. The text said, "See what you made me do. Now how about that date?" Attached to it were 2 pictures. It was Tom. He had taken selfies with the dead bodies of Alex and Jason, smiling in both of them. I felt sick. I immediately called the police and gave them every detail I knew. They searched for him but never found him. And I never dated anyone ever again.